allow your eyes to close for a moment. Take some deep breaths. And one good way of doing this, I know you're very, very good at doing this, but just recognise now, because you can bring this into those moments. You can bring this technique, if you like, into those moments where you've finished work and you're still kind of hyper. You've had to be hyper vigilant. You've had to deal with all that stress. You can bring this technique in. All I want you to do is experiment with breathing out for twice as long as you breathe in. So whatever your rate, your respiratory rate is now, just recognise that however you breathe in, you count. So don't alter anything, just observe. Just count as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, count again. And just begin to realise that a calm state is usually, as you count, will be twice as long as the breath in. All this is a change of state. I'm going to put you more in control of that change of state. And it may be, I don't know, you do, a part of you knows, it may be that being in that heightened state, giving all of those mental, emotional, physical, even spiritual resources to that 3-hour period, that intense period, it may be that that part is perhaps thinking that, well, if I go to sleep now, then I've got no life. I need to do some enjoyment. Just experimenting with where the true pleasure is. That's what she's been programmed to believe, to continue the heightened state. And if I just go to sleep now, then what have I got to show for it? Well, maybe what you've got to show for it is all of the pleasure that can be had when you take a moment to check in with the breath and to realise heightened states are great, but also a calm, comfortable, relaxed state in between sleeping and waking. A calm, relaxed state knowing that the job is done and now is the time for a different sort of pleasure. A calm, a relaxed pleasure. We don't have to go to sleep straight away, but we can do things to chill out, to do things differently, for things to slow down a little. There are certain things, and that's down to you and her working it out. Where there's more downtime, reading a book, listening to music, having a bath, doing something that is pleasurable in between the sleeping and waking, in between the heightened state. It's the end of the day. You've expended a lot of energy. You can recoup a different sort of energy in a different way. I'm going to count from 7 to 1 so that you go all the way down to those deeper levels of deep hypnosis. Each trance can be different, and all that has been set in motion is good, getting better all the time. When I reach the number 1, you will be there. Altered state. And yes, thank you for remembering you can move. You can alter this body's posture, its respiratory rate, which has an impact on your heart rate, even your digestion. Your sense of well-being is constantly being enhanced. You know you. You know what to do to make yourself more relaxed. So we're doing it the pleasant, relaxed way, 7. And 6, being twice as relaxed. as you were at 7. And as relaxed as you think you now are at 6, double it again to 5. And 4. 3, awareness is actually now more than when you are fully awake, fully alert. On 4, you've been here before, enjoying the step down to 3. 3, just you and me now on 3. All those things happening around you, stuff to get back to, a life to be lived fully, with all of its states, heightened and calm, relaxing state, enjoying a relaxing state more and more now. 2, it's just you and you now. Just you and you. You and your body. You and your brain, you and all the aspects of self, all the parts, you, your higher self, you, your negative ego, you and you, all the many wonderful facets of you. And 1, at 1, with oneself. 1, the deepest level of deep hypnosis, so very aware, yes, aware and yet relaxed, not fully asleep, not fully awake, at 1 with myself. I know I don't have to do it right now, but I know I could put my hand on my chest and actually feel what's going on inside. The beating of my own heart, I'm very aware of the beating of my own heart. I'm very aware of the gentle rise and fall of my own body as I just breathe. My deep unconscious mind, my higher mind, make sure that I breathe. Whether I bring my attention to it or not, I will breathe, Jennie, I breathe. Though I can breathe more easily, more deeply. And yes, I enjoy my heightened states. Yes, I do. There's a time for them, though not before bed. There's a winding down, like a clockwork toy. I was very wound up doing that job. I was very wound up. It's time to wind down now. That's where the joy is, the pleasure. That's where I may be happier. I don't know yet. I'm going to find out. It's just what it is. It's just what I've always done. Just like I've managed to experiment with other things. This is just one more thing to experiment with now. 1. At 1 with one's body, at 1 with others, at 1 with Scott. We want to do things together, to wind down together. We like being 1. We were separate, and now we are together. We are at 1. Want to do similar things, to enjoy each other's company. I want to be at 1 with myself and all the parts of me. All that separation that happens during waking consciousness, being aware of the part of me that wants this and a part of me that steals my time sometimes, and I get the heightened state from rushing. And there are other ways to experiment with now, to enjoy life. Who's to know yet what will work for you. At one with myself. When I am at one with myself, I am more at one with others. As long as they're into my vibe. You know, if there's a different vibe going on, stay away from me. This is my vibe. And you'll begin to realise as they enter your vibe, which is more pleasant, others will enjoy that too. Notice the influence that you have. As we began the conversation about the influence you have with your friend that is the police officer, you realise the influence you have with you. And that can be for your good or not. What is good? You are, remember, the managing director, sitting at the table with all the parts of you. And there is that part with a big sign over her head. I'm the fear of missing out part. Hello, I've come to the table with all the other parts. You tell her to sit down. We see you. We see you. We're listening to you. We all have the same intention around this table, to bring Bethany more pleasure, more acceptance of physical self-responsibilities, keeping ourselves clean, beginning to enjoy this body more and more with each and every passing moment. I'm addressing the needs of the body more. Yes, we are. We've all got that sorted now. We can still reach out for that which we want. We know that which we want is changing. Lots of things going on. Thank you for being at this meeting. And now we're addressing the fear of missing out part. Welcome to the table. The fear of missing out. Now we just want to have a little conversation about this fear of missing out malarkey. It's okay, the heightened state is necessary at some times of our lives, yes. And all of that information that has already been voiced is there. Fear of missing out part is a fear by its very definition, which means she's scared. She needs your help. It's time for you to help. And maybe other parts of you will help too. Time for her to experience. Hear the word? For her to experience something different. The creative part is holding up a hand. I know, she could do this, she could do that. Oh, shh. Okay. Let's now enter the 1 minute of clock time. Everybody, we're at one with each other. We have the same goal here, don't we? We are wanting to bring more pleasure, more joy, more awareness into this realm so that we can enjoy life more. Being in this body, we're in 4 worlds, remember? The physical world, we've got a physical body. The emotional world, we've all got emotions, haven't we? Yes. And the mental world, we're all thinking, sentient beings, yes. And, oh yes, the spiritual world. Welcome, higher self and future self. Thank you for joining us. Let's now all enter in a balanced way, in a harmonised way, this period of time in between finishing work, 9 o'clock at night maybe, and going to bed. Are we all ready? This 1 minute of clock time where we can experience. And the fear of missing out part, are you ready? Going to experience more pleasure, more joy. A winding down. Because we've been wound up. A winding down time. Ready to look forward to snuggling down in that lovely, comfortable warmth where we feel so safe, so protected, where we can go to those deeper levels of sleep, where we're winding down to look forward to snuggling up. Winding down to look forward to snuggling up. So we can go to those deeper levels of deep sleep, the restorative levels, and waken with a bright, delightful alertness. Does that sound good, everyone? Let's do it now. 1 minute of clock time, where you're going to experience the time frame from 9 o'clock to going to bed and waking up in the morning. 1 minute of clock time. I know you can do this. You do it every night when you sleep. That 1 minute of clock time for you to experience the winding down zone begins now. See what you see. Hear what you hear. Smell what you smell. Taste what you taste. Touch what you touch. Feel all your feelings as you wind down, looking forward to sleep. Not asleep, looking forward to sleep. Finish work. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Tick, tick, tick. This is your time now. You know how. This is your time. Your time. This is your time to spend as you wish. Your time to spend. Your time. Winding down. Looking forward to sleep. A lovely time. A relaxing time. Beautiful time. So now, as that 1 minute of clock time has come to an end, we all got to experience a different way of behaving and being to serve Bethany more. I'd like to ask the unconscious mind if it will lift its finger now to respond to me. Did you experience the winding down time in between work and sleep? Thank you. And bringing our attention to the fear of missing out part, that scared part, I'd like to ask, did you experience that period of time with more relaxation, more joy, more pleasure than before? Thank you. And will you now choose to experiment with it in real life tonight? Thank you. And maybe, if that works out well, for the next 7 days, do you agree to experience it and experiment with that winding down change of state, looking forward to going to sleep, enjoying the difference for 7 days? Thank you. Thank you for responding. And I'd like to ask now the collective. As you are the managing director, I'd like to ask the entire collective, are these new ways of experimenting with behaving and being acceptable and accessible to the whole mind? Thank you. And will you then choose to use them between now and this time next week? Thank you. And relax. This is all about balance. When we have heightened states, we also want some relaxing states. Introducing more pleasure, more harmony, more joy, more balance. Thank you to all the parts of Bethany for doing what you do to bring more harmony, more pleasure, more joy, so that when there is more relaxation and winding down time, there is more energy to enjoy the heightened states. Does the unconscious mind agree? Thank you. Now, I'm just going to give the opportunity, hear the word, the opportunity for any part to speak. It's very easy. You can remember now how you can speak. In the same way you can move this body when in trance, you can speak. You can part the lips, you can use the tongue to form the words, you can ready yourself now. Is there any part that wishes to speak now? Do you have a message for Bethany? Speak now.
Yes.
What is your message for Beth?
I believe in you.
Feel the rush. Feel it like a tingle. All the parts of you. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Now, Bethany, you, as you are coming back to full conscious awareness now, do you hear what the unconscious says and do you accept it?
Yes.
Do you feel good?
Yes.
Thank you. In a moment, you come back to full conscious awareness. So not before you recognise the significance, the gravitas of the belief that is invested in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do this. I believe in you. It's almost like you can see it emblazoned across reality, even when you open your eyes, like it's words written in your favourite colour that are transparent. Everywhere you look, you know that part of you believes in you. I believe in you. And you feel it like a tingle, Bethany. You feel it even when you open your eyes back to full conscious awareness and you say the words, I believe in you. When you look in the mirror, yes, that mirror, when you look in the mirror, regardless of what you think about your physical appearance, you look into your own eyes, the windows of your soul, and you say, I believe in you. And you know it to be true. They're all counting on you. This is a time for experimentation, for harmonising, for balancing in all areas of life. Well done, you. I believe in you. Every morning. Every time you do your teeth. I don't know. Brush your hair. You know the time to do it. The first thing you do when you catch your reflection in the mirror is you focus on your eyes. You look into your own eyes and you say, I believe in you. Does the unconscious mind agree to do this?
Yes.
Thank you. Coming back to full conscious awareness, on my count, feeling good, feeling better than before. 1, rising up like a beautiful bubble to the surface of the sea. 2, feeling balanced and perfect. Perfect and balanced, balanced in every way. 3, coming up further now, calmly confident, completely relaxed. 4, these good feelings stay with you now, certainly throughout the next 7 days. And 5, open your eyes, stretch and smile. And welcome back. How are you doing?
My card.
Yeah. Tissues. We got tissues. Oh, okay. What's in the box?
Thank you.
Yep. What do you think the tears are for? What do you think they signify?
Happy. I felt really happy.